Turn this down, man. Guess who's back? It's your boy Art, my sidekick Blue. Welcome to another edition of Time to Tell the Truth. You do not, I repeat, you do not want to miss this episode. You see it in the background. This is what it's called. You next. Okay. You're always wanting to see and talk about what's going on out here. You could be the next victim, Blue.
Yes, sir. You already know how it goes. It's time to tell the truth. Give us a call, 704-449-6563. Again, 704-449-6563. Highlight everyone that you follow us. You know how we do. It's time to tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to get this thing popping. I'm glad everybody joined in today. Man, we got a good program for you. Throw your cash apps up. Y'all know how we do that. Like and share the page. Put your cash apps up. You're going to get a cash app. You know, that's the way we do that. We come on here every week. We do it the same way. Y'all know that. You know, so we're about to get this thing popping. Y'all know that it's been some devastation up there in the mountains. First and foremost, we praying for all those people, man. We praying for speedy recovery. We pray for the people that still lost out there. That was devastating. It's a lot of mystery going on around that there. You know what I'm saying? About what happened down there. I'm sure everybody been getting their feel of it, okay?
Yes,
but we're going to talk a little bit about a little bit of this stuff.
Yeah, because we've been sending a lot of water up their way for relief from my job and stuff like that. So we definitely praying for the families. But it's crazy because I had been looking for some land. I wanted to buy some land in Lake Lure down there. You could buy 3-4 acres of land down there for 15, 20, 25 grand. But now I see why. It's all underwater right now. Had I spent that money, that would have been a wash.
Yeah, maybe it would have been a wash because we know that down there it's a bunch of lithium, corks or whatever they call that stuff, man, worth billions of dollars. So, I mean, you know, that would have been a wash, but it's a lot of things down there that wouldn't have been a wash. We might get into some of that stuff, you know, and we might not tonight, but we're going to get into a lot talking about why you're next. You could be next.
I mean, basically, like what we talk about is there's a lot of times when you stand along the side and you watch somebody going through something and you do it with a blind eye, you don't speak up for them or you just keep your mouth closed, you go be the next one in that situation.
Absolutely. You know, when you always, you know, he who laughs first don't always last. We know about that. Okay. So when you see something going on with somebody else and you stand by and don't do nothing or laugh at them, you could be in the same boat. I always tell people, you could be sending your kids to college today and tomorrow you could be eating out the trash can. That's just how quick things can change. I mean, that's how fast things can change. It's a darn shame that they ain't giving those people down there for $750 down there for cleanup. What can you do with $750? You can give all these people all kinds of money, but you can't seem to get these people right here at home. We just sent $8 billion to Ukraine, you know, so that's crazy. Yeah, you just as bad as the next person when you do that. That's what I'm talking about. You know, thanks for joining in, Sarah Bell. We see you. Okay, but man, it's terrible out here when somebody can look at something and you can give all this money to all these other countries and you can't give but $750 down there to the people that has lost everything. I mean, somebody ought to be ashamed of themselves. We just sent $8 billion out. We're gonna show you a clip of Kamala saying that she's only giving these people $750. What can you do in these days and times with $750, bro? You tell me.
I don't have a clue, man.
Yeah, somebody tell me what you can do with $750.
And I want to thank the local leaders for together creating a task force-like response, knowing that we are at our best when we work together and coordinate resources, coordinate our communications to the maximum effect for the community that has been impacted. And the federal relief and assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being met, such as food, baby formula, and the like. And you can apply now for anyone who is watching this who has been affected. There are FEMA personnel who are going door to door to interact personally with folks, especially those who do not have electricity, but also that aid, if you have electricity, can.
Okay, we're going to show this clip again later on during the program. But what I'm trying to say is, what is $750? You can't even buy a cell phone for that.
I mean, $750. I mean, you could give me $750 4 times and I can spend it in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
I mean, you pay rent and 2 bills, and I mean that kind of money 4 or 5 times over is gone.
Yeah, and somebody had the nerve to tell me, well, they giving them all kind of little packages. Come on, man, a package. You got a package and I lost everything. I don't want no package. What you need is money. That way you get the things that you need. You don't get the things that they just want you to have. Because you know when they give you something that they want you to have, it's always a limited amount and you don't have a good choice at all.
No.
When you can sit there and give illegals $10,000 a month or $400,000 from getting separated from their kids, and you can't send but $750 down there, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, and then you look at the damage down there. I mean, that whole highway is washed away. I mean, you got people who got big houses reduced to splinters. I mean, me and I just watched the video. I mean, they literally got splinters floating in the water.
Absolutely.
It's gone.
It's absolutely. Yeah, some gas, some water, some food, that will help, but it's not going to overcome anything. That's just food. What about you can't even communicate? What if your cell phone got missing? How much is that?
And the thing is, the $750, I mean, it's good that they're doing something, but for what they're going through and what they have done for everybody else,
absolutely,
that's nothing. When you could take $8 billion, $40 billion and send it to Ukraine, send it to Israel, send money here, send money there. I mean, all this covering illegal immigrants, splitting them up from the family. 400,000 here, 30,000 there, 15,000 there, $750.
That's peanuts. And remember, in Maui, they only gave them $700 per household. I'm just saying, man, come on. With today's economy and the way things is, $700 is just peanuts.
Especially when you're dealing with the party that spend money.
Exactly. And that gives money away. But I can't understand for the life of me how they can give money away to everybody except for the people that's right here. Excuse me, sir. Let me step over you and give money over here to this other country. That's what it sounds like to me. Totally disrespectful.
One president that did anything for this country. Well, I know what your president done did for this country.
Ruined it.
We spending 12 to 16 upwards to $20,000 more a year. I mean, okay, so that don't really sound like a lot, right? I'm gonna break it down for you.
Okay.
All right. So if I'm spending $12,000 more a year on gas and food, right? And let's say my rent $2,000 a month. So that's $24,000 in a year. So if I'm spending $12,000 more dollars, that means that my cost of living has went up 50%.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, you know, you want me to tell you what somebody done, what one president done for this country? Well, let me tell you what one president done, since you want somebody to answer the question, sir. One president that I know is the only president in my lifetime that didn't start a war. Okay? I know one president in my lifetime that didn't start a war. That's one thing he did for this country. That way you ain't shipping people off to get killed. Okay? All right, let's start there. I know another president that put a bunch of tariffs on somebody that got a lot of money coming back into this country so you could have lower prices. I'm just saying, man, come on, it's a lot. And I know one president that didn't put men in women's sports, that didn't even condone men in women's sports. Okay, I know another president that didn't open the border wide open for everybody to come in. If you want me to keep going, I will. That's just for starters, bro. So I mean, don't talk to me about that stuff. This is stuff, everyday issues that people know.
All these words, that's a lie. Don't lie on the man. See, we talked about that on this show too, man. Just because you don't like the man, don't lie on the man.
Exactly.
Don't lie on the man. That's a lie.
Well, it's one thing that I really hate this. I hate when you got to make up a lie to make somebody be bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you what, they did that for so long, but to black people, that's why it pisses me off so. If you got to make up a lie on me to make me be a bad person, then you ain't worth nothing to me in my book. Don't make up a lie, man. You can be bad on your own. Yeah. Everybody know you can be bad. Why do you have to lie to make me be bad? If I'm bad, I'm bad, man. I can see. I got brains. I'm intelligent. I know when something's bad and when it's not bad. But see, you that people. Yeah. So you calling me Aaliyah. Or whatever that is.
A liar. Well, yeah, I mean, what war did it
Right.
start? We
Yeah.
was in absolutely no wars.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you can make up one right quick, but I don't know
Yeah.
no wars we
Trump
was
started
in.
no
The
war.
only conflict that he had his whole presidency, he went over there and dropped one bomb and killed one man.
Al-Baghdadi. That's who he did. That's not a war, and that didn't start a war.
Nope.
The one that started these wars is the one that's still trying to start them. And we got wars. We got 2 or 3 wars going on at one time right now. I'm sure it wasn't war wasn't over in Israel with Israel and them right now,
Nope.
and war wasn't over in Ukraine during that time. So I'm not calling you a liar. You can call yourself a liar if you want to retract that statement. If you put that statement up there and say he started these wars, and you know that's a lie. Yes, if that's the case, good night, sir. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm just telling the truth.
Good night.
Yeah.
You see you later, Uncle Fred. It's all
Yeah.
love, but you gotta keep it 100.
You got to keep it 100. That's what this show is about. This show is called Time to Tell the Truth. If you ain't gonna be truthful with yourself, why are you here? That's what we trying to do. Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely. We can be funny, we can be real, but one thing we do, we keep it 100.
Yeah, we just showed you. Well, send it to us.
Yeah.
Send us the information. We'll look into it. We'll come back on and say you was
we'll
right.
play it.
But we just showed you Kamala Harris saying that they giving them people $750.
That's all they getting. And you know as well as I do, you can't do anything with $750 out here. You go to the grocery store one time, that's half dead. Okay, if you're gonna come back with any significant amount of groceries, okay, now not
you
to
fill up 2 cars. That's
absolutely that's 200. Yeah, absolutely. You know, you have one major breakdown or thing, that's dead. Well, tell me and explain to me why they giving all these illegals $10,000 a month.
I mean, man, I just was at the gas pump the other day looking for what you was talking about. Gas $3.
Absolutely.
Gas is $3. My thing is, okay, gas is $3. Gas was $1.99 before when Trump was the president. I was paying $2.19, $2.29 for premium gas.
Exactly. Get it down to
my
that.
My gas ain't no $3. That's for the regular stuff right there. $3.09 for regular gas right now.
And that wasn't just going down, coming into the last couple of months. Trying to be reelected.
That was through the whole
everybody can see through that, man. You know, it's people like that that always are trying to trick us. I hate people who be trying to trick you like that, man.
All right. When Trump was the president, I would go to South Carolina right there at Carowinds. Regular gas was $1.09. I mean, $1.99. Premium was like $2.19, $2.29. I mean, it was an average of no higher than $2.59, $2.69 his whole presidency.
Absolutely. And that was what's up. Everybody knows, man, when you cut down on energy, when you cut energy back, prices go up. Every freaking thing you deal with is petroleum-based product. Everything from rubber, anything plastic. Look around your house. All this stuff is petroleum-based. Everything they make stuff, even your phone, that come from petroleum based. Everything has a petroleum base. You cut that out or you cut back on that, prices go up.
They gotta go up because you gotta bring the tractor trailers and the cars and the vehicles and all the stuff, the box trucks, everything that bring this stuff in, up, down, and around. It comes from petroleum.
So if you cut back on it and you know everything, now I might have to give you a economics class. You know about supply and demand. Okay, if the supply is low and the demand is high, prices go up. Okay, and that's the way that is, because if the less of the product, the more demand. You ain't got it. I got to sell it for higher if you want it. It's got to go to the highest bidder. That's the way it goes. That's supply and demand. And right now, these people are doing a bad job in this country. They're trying to shift everything to be electric. And as you can see, the electrical grid can't even hold what we got on it. You lose power and you got an electric car, where are you going to go?
Not far.
Absolutely.
Not very far
man.
at all.
All you have to do is have half a brain cell and you can see through a lot of this stuff. Exactly. I'm telling you, man, you have to start understanding, man, that these people are not any good for this country.
No, not for Americans anyway. They good for everywhere. If we was a different thing, a different race, then this would be the best country to live in.
Absolutely.
But us being black and white folks in this country, it is no good.
Yeah.
It is no good.
Yeah, because you're being downtrodden and downplayed and looked over and ripped and stripped of everything that you got to give to somebody else.
Oh yeah, we'll give you Sam $150, but they'll write a check for $40 billion and send it straight to Zelensky.
Yeah.
Zelensky. They'll send it straight to Zelensky.
Absolutely. And that's going to get cycled right back around to the congressmen and all these people that's warmongers. Okay. And you got them on both sides, Republicans and Democrats. You got all the Democrats and most of the Republicans. Let me make it very clear for you. That's who the warmongers is. You got people like Lindsey Graham who ain't hitting on 2 cents in my book. I don't care who you support. Your ideology is the thing that turns me from you. And that ideology, and it's a bunch of ideology that most people with a brain in their head understand that's no good for this country. And I can start naming them off. Men and women's sports. Giving the woman of the year award to a man.
I was just showing all the article before we come on here.
Yeah.
I mean, they getting prom queen now.
Yeah, taking your First Amendment right. Okay, having if the border's wide open, giving people money. All this ideology stuff, man, come on, man. Common sense people already know better. Yeah. You know, you can fight, you can twist and turn, you can say what you want, you can make excuses, but that right there is the core basis of where we stand and where we live. Even animals know better. You don't see a bunch of gay animals running around, do you? And I don't care nothing about people doing what they want. I don't want a gay bash, but an animal that don't even have human intelligence know better. And you're going to sit there and tell me, going to tell me that it's okay to do stuff that I know is against nature to start with, and it don't make sense because you can't procreate? Man, stop playing with me, man. I'm just saying, man, stop playing with me. People get here, man, and just start playing and act like, it's one thing for you to insult my intelligence because I am intelligent enough to know that that's not right. You can do what you want to do. Don't get it wrong. But one thing you're not going to do is make me say that it's right because I know it's not right. And I'm not going to agree with it if it's not right. And I don't care what you say. You can try to make it right, but it's not right. You know it's not right because the physics and the laws don't do it. It don't connect with it. If you can't procreate, everybody knows it takes 2 people to procreate. So, and it takes a male and a female. You can twist the words and say that a man is a woman, the woman is, and it's not right, and it's not true.
I mean, and like I said, I don't have no problem with it, but just give them what they're supposed to have.
Exactly.
If you are a woman identifying as a man, then you need to still be up there looking like a man, winning the woman of the year. Or if you're a boy and want to identify as a girl, why is he getting homecoming queen? They should give him homecoming king.
Exactly.
And let him just stand up there with a dress and makeup on.
Absolutely.
That's what we're doing.
I'd be fine with just that.
Me too.
Yeah. So stop pretending that you're something that's not. They want you to not believe your observable reality. Ain't that right, Flo? We had a show on that a couple of weeks ago.
And back to the same thing with the you're next. All these people, God forbid, most of the people that's probably up there now that's going through this hardship, they trying to give them $750. They turn a blind eye to all this money we sending everywhere else.
Absolutely. So
they turn a blind eye to all these big hundreds of millions and billions of dollars going to all other places. Now it's their turn. They was next.
Yeah, they was next. They was the same people that was okay with sending all this money everywhere else. But when it happens to you, then it's a problem. As I stated before, you can be sending your kids to college today, and tomorrow you could be eating out the trash can. That's how quick this stuff turn around. So be careful with what you say. Be careful with what you do. That's what happens out here. We just showing you $750 is peanuts compared to the billions. They just sent $8 billion to Ukraine. And them people over there getting slaughtered. So you send $8 billion over there to get a bunch of people killed. And that's supposed to be okay.
And that's how they
now explain to me how that is again in our best interest of America. I think what's in our best interest is the people to mind your own damn business, okay, and leave them folks alone. That's what I think is in our best interest, and stay out of these other people's business. Stop trying to be the police of the world, okay, because you're not. And people are gradually and slowly showing you this. Man, cut it out, man, and take care of your home. Anybody that with any other value, how come everybody I know is always talking about family first and taking care of their home when you got a homeland here you ain't even thinking about? Are you just a hypocrite or what? Now, I'm just saying, bro, this thing is ridiculous. Like and share the page. Throw your cash apps up. You can call in 449-6563. 704-449-6563. And we'll put you on the air.
Yeah, I got people saying that They ain't letting them comment on the thing. Oh yeah, I can comment.
Oh, you ain't letting you comment?
That's letting me comment on.
Well, you know, we know what they be doing to our channel. They try to take us down all the time. I stand with Ukraine while they get my money and still losing their war. You do. You stand with Ukraine while they getting your money and still losing the war. Yeah, absolutely. That's what they say. Absolutely, that's what they say. I stand with Ukraine. Let them give them all the money. Let them rape the U.S. Okay, so the money can circumvent back around. If I didn't know better, that money would be going through. That's not a matter of fact. That's just what I think. I think the money goes out and comes back. And a lot of it do. A lot of it is corrupt and goes other places over there. From what I heard, understood, a lot of the generals over there was corrupt. You know, the thing is crazy, man. We have to learn. We're going to play that clip of Kamala one more time, telling you she's only giving them people $750 that lost everything in the war. You think that's right? Are you serious? Do you think that's right?
That's crazy.
I want to thank the local leaders for together creating a task force-like response, knowing that we are at our best when we work together and coordinate resources, coordinate our communications to the maximum effect for the community that has been impacted. And the federal relief and assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being met, such as food, baby formula, and the like. And you can apply now for anyone who's watching this who has been affected. There are FEMA personnel who are going door to door to interact personally with folks, especially those who do not have electricity. But also that aid, if you have electricity, can be applied for online.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely not enough money for anything. As I stated before, if you lose a cell phone, you can't get one. Can you really get one for $750 these days?
Not if you're an iPhone person.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. No, that's right. Yeah, she don't believe that. I mean, tell her to try to use $750. See how far that'll get. That's exactly what we're talking about, man.
And the thing is, we got to be mindful. This is who we're going to go out there and vote for. And
absolutely.
You're next.
Yeah.
Me and Art don't just come on here just talking this stuff we think we know. We know.
Yeah.
You could just look at the way the world go all the time, man. This stuff is, okay, perfect example. We was talking about the P. Diddy thing, right? P. Diddy down there about to do all that time. He's a New Yorker just like Trump. The man got interviews back from the 90s with him, rubbing shoulders at parties. Now, one time he came out and said, oh, I don't think he's a racist, or I don't think this, or I don't think that. Right. Now he in a hard time.
Absolutely.
I guarantee you Trump would have been there trying to help him.
Yeah, he would have tried to help him.
If ain't nobody, they got the man down there on suicide watch, no bond and all this, man, he'll be trying to help that man.
Absolutely. And they was friends. And somebody said that they're going to get more. Man, listen, man, you got more than that on just one stimulus check for COVID. So what you telling me is you didn't need that much at that particular time. Exactly. You know, I'm just saying.
And you got to think that was just people that was out of work. These people lost everything.
Absolutely. They lost every single thing that they had, man.
They just lie, nothing more.
Yeah, absolutely. They just lying and that's it. You know, they going to give you a measly $700. You got more than that for COVID. Really? And you didn't lose everything. All you had was a cold in most cases. In some cases, okay, it was severe enough. And if it was that severe, God rest the dead, people lost their lives. But you still got more than what they got. You know how many people been lost down there in the flood right now?
And you got more than they got and complained about it.
Exactly.
It was in an uproar about it. My thing is y'all turn the cheek at everything that don't got nothing to do with Trump. If Trump involved, y'all just outraged about it.
Yeah.
But if he ain't got nothing to do with it, it's perfectly fine and okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Man, I can imagine what ABC or Whoopi Goldberg and them would be saying if he got up there and say he was gonna give them people $750.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody reporting on this type of stuff.
No, they don't report on the stuff that you need to be reporting on. And we got a clip for you that we getting ready to show you in a few minutes. That's gonna blow your mind. And the receipts are in it. Okay, the receipts are in it. This is about the person that you want to be president, and And for some strange reason, just because you say she's black, really. How many people have I heard tell me, oh, well, all right, man, you ain't gonna vote for the black sister? First of all, you got to prove to me that this lady is black. You know, just being a Jamaican daddy don't make you black, okay? You know, just because you Jamaican, that's what you are, okay? Yeah, if you want to say you're Jamaican, just like an Asian is an Asian. That's not black. Yeah, that's not a black. That's just a Jamaican. Okay, an Asian is an Asian, a white person is white, a Chinese is Chinese. Okay, that's what that is. So you got to prove to me that this woman is black. First and foremost, nobody asked for receipts. Nobody has asked but one person. And we getting ready to show that to you right now.
I'm gonna pull it up. And like I say, if she's black, I mean, my thing is that don't make her qualified.
Absolutely.
That's my biggest issue.
But that's what people make her qualified to me. That's what they say to me. You ain't missing nothing about a policy that she put together, because if you did, you riding on her policies right now. Everything is corrupt. Everything is messed up. Them her policies.
She is for everything that's going on right now. The gas go back up and all that stuff. She ain't trying to fix that stuff. And she's saying a lot of the same stuff Trump's saying.
Yeah, well, she's saying it because Trump said it. She said no tax on tips, and you know clearly Trump had already said that. But I mean, you come in and try to steal his policies and make yourself look good. Man, come on, that shows no creativity on your part. That's what that shows to me. Oh, but we getting ready to show you some receipts, okay, of your black president.
All right, so let's recap. Yesterday, I can admit I was completely triggered. I was triggered by the manner in which the Guardian, or a Guardian reporter rather, treated Janet Jackson in a profile piece. It was very obvious they were trying to do the wacko jacko bit again, like they did with her brother. So to remind you, Janet Jackson brought up in her interview human trafficking, child trafficking, and the journalist then decided to heavily imply that Janet Jackson was just nuts, to pretend that we have a issue in this country. And then when the reporter switched gears and asked her about supporting Kamala Harris as the first female black president, you know, Hollywood's all got to get in line and support this woman or else, Janet Jackson simply said that she had heard that Kamala was not black and that she was in fact Irish, and the media predictably went completely crazy. I mean, here are some of the headlines here. NBC, Janet Jackson tells interviewer she's heard Kamala Harris is not black, echoing election disinformation. Oh, love that word. Newsweek, Janet Jackson's Kamala Harris remarks spark black backlash. The Independent, she's not black. Janet Jackson makes shocking comments about Kamala Harris's heritage. And of course, the New York Times, Janet Jackson repeats false claims about Kamala Harris's race. False claims. So to be clear, all Janet Jackson said was, quote, "That's what I heard, that she's Indian, that her father's white. That's what I was told. I mean, I haven't watched the news in a few days. I was told that they discovered that her father was white." Okay. That is all that she said that led to all of this craziness in the media trying to paint her like she was some sort of a psycho. And then her manager, a guy named Mo El Marzi, that I'm showing you a picture of here, he offered an apology on Janet Jackson's behalf.
Why would he do that?
He said, quote, "Janet Jackson would like to clarify her recent comments. She recognizes that her statements regarding Vice President Kamala Harris's racial identity were based on misinformation."
Wow.
Janet respects Harris's dual heritage as
she
both
don't.
Black and Indian and apologizes for any confusion caused. She values the diversity that Harris represents and understands the importance of celebrating that in today's society. Janet remains committed to promoting unity and understanding, end quote. And guess what happened? Janet Jackson fired him immediately and said that he was not authorized to make that statement at all.
Exactly.
And she was not apologizing because she was not sorry, and good for her. I'm glad she fired him. I am so tired of people being so fake, having to.
We're going to finish that up in a second. We're going to finish that up in a minute. But that's what we're talking about right there. That fake stuff. That stuff like that. Okay, you know, Janet said something and everybody jumped on Janet. I mean, they jumped on Janet like white on rice.
I mean, your Whoopi Goldberg, your D.L. Hughley, your Steve Harvey, your Charlamagne the God, the regular suspects.
Absolutely. They jumped on Janet Jackson. You know, yeah, gaslighter. I see you down there, Janet Jackson. Right. They jumped on her so fast it'll make your head swim. And did you see what the manager did? The manager got on, made a statement on behalf of Janet Jackson, and she came back and fired that clown. That's exactly what she needed to do. But talking about this, that, and the other, she fired him. And we getting ready to bring some receipts. You ain't seen the receipts Candace Owens bring yet, but we getting ready to bring some, and we're going to show you those receipts here in a second. We just stopped for a second to let you know that Janet Jackson ain't with that garbage. When they mess with Miss Jackson, sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yeah, you nasty.
yeah. When you mess with Janet Jackson, you did mess with the wrong one. You, Whoopi Goldberg, all y'all black people that's gaslighting people out here, all the Whoopi Goldbergs, the Joy Reids, and all the D.L. Hughleys, the Steve Harveys, all these clowns. Yes, I said clowns. That tell you that you can't get anywhere in life, that you can't do what they did, but that you're going to be oppressed your whole life and walk home, walk out the studio and go to $1 million home. That's those type of people, okay, that tell you you ain't going to never be nothing and keep you divided and keep you going down the wrong path. Wonder why you've been going down the wrong path for so long and you're just not realizing that, dog, they ain't really never done nothing for me.
And you about to go right back down there and do the same thing again in 30 days.
It just behooves me, man. Get by me, man.
I mean, for the life of me, I don't understand. Do it for your grocery bill and for your gas tank.
There's nothing else.
Do it for the fact that we won't be in war and then we can sleep in a peaceful country.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, nothing else. But we getting ready to get back and show you some more of this clip and bring the receipts.
To apologize for something that should not have yielded any response from the media. In fact, it should have been the opposite. They should have went ahead and investigated the claim that Kamala Harris is Black, gotten to the bottom of it fully. But instead, it was a media pylon. And then after being fired, Mo added to that pylon by referring to Janet Jackson as unbalanced. Like the person who just worked for her came out and was like, she's unbalanced. I mean, with friends like that, who needs enemies?
That's crazy.
Then came me. I don't know. I guess I really am the person that has been in these streets, Kamala, because I decided to simply look into her genealogy, because why on earth is the world trying to convince me that this woman is suddenly Black? Like they just decided she was Black because she's running and because there is evidence, it is true, that her father grew up in Jamaica. Your race does not magically change because of where you grow up. Okay?
Exactly.
If I grow up in Sweden, I don't get to suddenly say I'm white. Okay. Okay.
There you go.
What I discovered was quite startling. Now, I'll ask you, when did you first get the idea that Kamala was Black? Well, you'll say, yeah, when she kind of started running with Joe Biden. And that claim really came from Kamala herself. When they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, they understood that Kamala Harris published a book in 2019 called The Truth That We Hold. And presumably the book was filled with truth that she was holding. I had to look through it. And I saw this picture of her and her grandmother, clearly a Black-looking grandmother, on page 282 in the photograph section. It reads, as you can see, visiting my paternal grandmother, Beryl, in Jamaica. Also on that same page, there's another photo of her. Again, you can see it's black and white. I'm not quite sure why it is black and white, but it says, when I was 10 months old, I visited Spanish Town, Jamaica. This is me with my mother and my paternal grandfather, Oscar Joseph. And now this guy looks mixed. He looks Asian of some description, but you can see the idea here is that she's definitely trying to introduce, in a manner of photos, things that make her race look more complicated. So I just decided to investigate that. And immediately things got weird, very weird. First and foremost, because it was very easy for me to determine via just a light search online that Beryl, her alleged paternal grandmother that you just saw, died 4 years before Kamala was born.
Wow.
In 1960. So last night we decided to continue our research.
So what did
Okay, now somebody tell me how you can take a picture with your grandma that died 4 years before you were born. Make it make sense, man. I'm just saying, man, make this crap make sense, bro. Y'all always out here talking and doing it. I guess Candace is really in these streets. For real, for real. Now, y'all make that make sense, bro. Make it make sense. How you gonna be with your grandmom when you wasn't even born at that particular time? Man, stop playing with me, man. Man, I'm serious, man. Stop playing with me. Yeah.
So what she do research be well.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody decided to look into this because the media wouldn't do it. Okay.
So the math isn't mathing.
Yeah.
This year proof of DNA because the math ain't math.
Yeah, the math definitely not mathing. I'm trying to say, we ain't through bringing the receipts to you. That's what I'm talking about. See, y'all out here trying to make me believe that somebody is black or somebody, and you have no proof. Stop playing, man. Stop playing with art. Y'all know how this go. Don't play with me, man, because I'll bring something to you. I'll bring a receipt to you. See, people out here is in these streets and doing some research. But if you get on CNN, if you get on MSNBC, if you get on ABC or NBC, if you get on Google, you ain't going to find this stuff. Why?
They ain't talking about that.
No, they ain't wanting to talk about it. If you try to Google it, then you won't Google it. You Google what they want you to Google. Once y'all start to understand what's really going on, then I believe you're having a rude awakening. These people running something, man, and they running a game. I mean, they running the narrative on you. That's what they want you to think.
They're running the play.
Yeah, they running the play, and we did anything.
First down, touchdown.
Yes, sir. All the way. Keep on and see what you get out of these people.
Here we go.
This picture come from then?
Certificates and marriage certificates and death certificates, which could further signify those points. And indeed it did. And it also raised even more questions about her genealogy. So let's go through those. Here is the birth certificate for her paternal grandmother. This is Kamala's paternal grandmother, Beryl. Okay, now you can see on this birth certificate that Beryl is spelled with an I. It's Beryl Magdalene. And you can see the reason why we know this is the correct Beryl is because the mother is listed as Iris Finnegan. Later on, we're going to show you in the book, she names Iris Finnegan as her great grandmother. So that would be Beryl's mother. So we have the right woman. Also, formerly, her maiden name is Allen. That is true. It also says here that she's born in October of 1917 in St. Anne. That's the St. Anne parish of Jamaica. And again, you can see it says that it is signed by Iris Finnegan. Very clearly, this is the woman that we are looking for. This is Kamala's grandmother, alleged grandmother.
Something
Beryl.
ain't right.
It's also interesting, by the way, that it lists her great-grandmother as a seamstress because Donald Harris, Kamala's father, wrote in a 2020 piece called Reflections of a Jamaican Father, quote, Miss Iris, that again would be his.
It have to be a reason why Kamala Harris, why did her dad don't come out and talk or say anything? If y'all notice something at the DNC, she never mentioned anything about her father. She never mentioned anything. She only talked about her mother. Why hasn't Kamala Harris said anything about her dad? Which we knew he was a Marxist professor. We know that. But something is not right here. Something is not right. So if her grandmother passed 4 years before she was born, then who is this woman that's in the picture that Kamala Harris is taking a picture with? Who is that? Is Kamala Harris trying to use that? Like, something ain't right. We're going to figure it out.
Grandmother was the mother of 8 children, too. Was the sweetest and gentlest person one could meet, but underneath it was a tough farming woman who ran the cane farm at Thatch Walk near Annan Town, jointly owned with her husband, Mr. Christie. Okay, that's weird. So you're telling me that she ran a farm because on that birth certificate, it says that actually Iris was a seamstress, but whatever. Let's just park that aside for a second and stick with Beryl, this woman who died before Kamala was born, okay? Because I was feeling pretty certain that not too many people were going to be named Beryl and be born in the St. Anne parish of Jamaica in 1917 to a mother named Iris Finnegan. I felt confident that we could find a little bit more data, and in fact, we did, okay? First, we stumbled across Beryl's marriage certificate. Okay, so you can see that right here. And now the name spelling has changed. You have Beryl Finnegan spelled with a Y in the same way that Kamala spells it. And it lists their married date as 1944. Again, you can see the parish that is listed is St. Anne Parish. This is where every piece of Beryl's life seems to take place. It reads here that her calling is a barmaid. And something that jumped out at me was the fact that she's married to someone, as you can see, named Lawford Newland. Okay. So Beryl apparently was married.
That's why I said you cannot trust Kamala Harris. Like, she lies so much. It's hard to believe anything that comes out of her mouth. Because I'm still stuck on the fact the woman that was in the past 4 years before you was born, and you just take a picture with a random woman and saying that's your grandmother or something, trying to trick the public with this book, then that's not right. But CNN ain't gonna cover this crap. They ain't gonna cover this. They'll let Kamala get away with this. Why? Because they want her to win, so they don't care. They covering for her, they speaking for her, they telling everybody that question her skin, her race, that, oh, she's black. Kamala Harris never once said she was black. Why? When she was Joe Biden, she still is the vice president, she never mentioned anything. This woman said she was Indian. Not one time she ever said she was black. All of a sudden, she started running for president after they threw Joe Biden out. All of a sudden, she's black. So she can start pandering to the black crowd and think she's going to get their vote because she want to play like she's black. So it's like, we ain't going to fall for this crap. And I hope a lot of more people that watches this don't fall for this crap. This woman is a fake. She's on video. We ain't just saying this. She's on video saying she's Indian. Now, one time did she tell that woman that she was in front of her? The woman said, I'm Indian. She said, and you Indian too? She said, yeah. Now, one time did she say, hold up, ma'am, no, I'm black. I'm not Indian. She never did that. She said she was Indian. So where's the black coming from? But she's going to continue to do this. She's going to try to do this all the way up to election, to November 5th. And it's just crazy. So I hope a lot of people don't fall for this and be listening to CNN, MSNBC, because they're going to run with it. They don't care. They just don't want Donald Trump to win. So they
Newland in 1944 when she was 25 years old. Okay. It's important to note that that would have been 4 years after she gave birth to Donald Harris, Kamala's father. I find that to be very.
You're the guy with the gun, the person who would do anything to protect the ones you love. But did you know you could?
Strange. Also, regarding Kamala's father, we cannot seem to locate. Regarding Lawland Newland, the person that she married.
Okay.
We can't find him. Can't find him anywhere. We cannot find a birth certificate. We cannot find a death certificate. We can't find a news item or otherwise. I cannot find this alleged Lawford Newland that apparently her grandma got married to. We also can't find a wedding certificate for Beryl and Oscar Wilde Joseph Brown Harris. That is allegedly supposed to be Donald Harris's father. Okay, so Kamala's grandfather is Oscar Wilde Joseph Brown Harris, and we can't find a marriage certificate between the two of them. That's very strange.
Something ain't right. I told you.
As speculated, we were able to confirm that Kamala's black grandmother that she showed us in that picture died in 1960, before Kamala was born.
So
I can show you right now her death certificate. Let's take a look at Beryl's death certificate, which confirms. As you can see there, it says that she died in July of 1960. It also tells us on the right-hand side.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, well, that's what we talking about. Where will the lies stop at? I'm just saying, where will the lies stop? Yeah, the shade of color don't determine the race. Absolutely, it don't determine the race. We know that. Yeah, we absolutely know that. That where does this line stop at? Y'all, come on, the lady is bringing receipts. She came with receipts for everybody that's running around telling me this black woman, yeah, Al, don't fall off your stool over there, because I know you is out there. And you see what Blow got over there. Yeah, I'm going to call you out. Don't fall off your stool, okay? Yeah, now, to get back to our point, everything that they're saying about this woman, Candace Owens is bringing you the receipts. You can say she's crazy if you want to, but she's definitely bringing you the receipts on this woman that they trying to pass off. You better bring me some receipts that this woman is black. You better not come with no Jamaican daddy that they can't even find the ancestry to him on. Okay? Yeah. Something is really weird about this, and we looking at it. I told you that we was gonna bring you some receipts. I told you that you're gonna be next if you ain't careful. Okay, now these people can wipe out anything they want. They can put in and insert what they want. But when people start doing the digging, and when you start messing with Janet Jackson, somebody starts doing some digging, brother, and it gets ugly. I'm telling you, you start messing with Janet Jackson, and it starts to get ugly.
Yeah, she's black when it's convenient to have.
Yeah, it's convenient. Oh, we're gonna bring up some more receipts. We just wanted to come back and let you know that we still here.
You guys probably have to zoom in on this, but she died of a uterine infection, uterine fibroids due to a hysterectomy. It has her listed as 39 years. That's actually a couple of years off from 1917, so somebody may have gotten their math wrong here. But you once again see that it lists her birthplace as Saint Anne. And so this is a huge scandal.
It is.
Just an absolutely huge scandal.
And they ain't gonna cover this either.
Kamala Harris published in her book that she was standing next to her grandma Beryl. But grandma Beryl died in 1960, 4 years before Kamala Harris was born. So who the hell is the real Beryl?
Oh boy! Hey, this who y'all been tricked by, man. I can't help it, man. I can't help it. This who y'all been tricked by. She done already published she was standing next to her grandma, and grandma was dead 4 years before she was born. How we do that? Where we do that at, Flo?
Obviously, right here.
Wait, where they do that at, man? See, that's what me and Flo was telling you earlier. You ain't got to make nobody be bad. They can be bad all by themselves. You don't have to make nobody be bad, man. You don't have to tell lies on nobody to make them a bad person. The lie is already there. They already bad. We don't have to make up nothing on Kamala Harris. The lie is already there. She did it herself. When they try to make up lies on Donald Trump and make him be bad and he did this and he did, see, all that's lies. If the man is bad, he's bad. He's bad all by himself, man.
You'll be able to see it. It'll shine through.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to come. You don't have to determine to make a bad person bad. I don't have to make you a killer. You'll already be a killer. And I know you're a killer if you're a killer. So you wouldn't have to be, I don't have to make you one, and I ain't seen you kill nobody. Bro, killer. But I ain't never seen nobody kill. I'm just saying, I can make up that kind of claim all day long, and everybody out here be saying, Bro, a killer. And Bro ain't killed nobody. That's what I'm talking about. You got to make up something on somebody for them to be something. That's a shame. That's why you don't need friends like Janet Jackson's manager, that ex-manager, let me say, that come out there talking all this stuff. Janet didn't approve of that because Janet know what Janet talking about. Yeah. And you mess with the wrong person because Candace went and found the receipts. Oh, we're going to finish this up.
Who is that woman standing next to Kamala Harris?
See, the thing is, they ain't going to ask Kamala Harris about this. I want to see if a reporter is going to ask Kamala Harris, who's that woman standing in that picture with her, and go into specifics, say, well, this woman passed in 1960. You wasn't born to 1964. So who is the woman that you took a picture with in that book?
Harris. And do you know what I noticed about that woman standing next to her? She looks a lot like the woman that Kamala claims in her book is her great-grandmother, Iris. Now, that's Iris Finnegan. Here's the book with my great-grandmother, Iris Finnegan in Jamaica. Now, I'm going to give you the side-by-side of Iris and her alleged daughter, Beryl, who died at 39. Now, that woman on the right is not 39 years old. She's clearly much more advanced in her age. I mean, we know black don't crack. I mean, that's just a scientific fact. So I would put that woman on the right-hand side, who she tried to pass off as Beryl, and I think is the exact same person. I would say that woman looks to be about 65. And then it looks like she's more advanced on the left-hand side. The great-grandmother, that's the same person. When I just believe my own eyes, we're looking at the same person. What do you guys think when you look at those photos?
Yeah.
How the hell does a person who is the vice president of the United States pass off a book, claim that these people that are in her book are her Black relatives, and no?
Now, do y'all think that's the same person? Do that really look like the same person? I want you to write in the comments if you think that them two people are the same person. I want you to put Y for yes or N for no.
My thing is that the only reason why I kind of don't think it's the same person. Now they do look alike. They do look alike, but the lady on the left-hand side, if that's Kamala sitting on her lap, the lady on the right side, I mean, if that's 20 years later, it's hard to believe that that's the same person.
It definitely is.
You think it's the same person?
It looks close, boy.
Because if that's Kamala on her lap in this picture,
right,
and then that's her beside Kamala, the lady to me look older on the left. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. That looks like the same person. If I look at all the features like the nose and all of that stuff, that right there looks like the same person to me. So I don't know. What y'all think? Y'all put it in the comments if y'all think it's the same or if it's not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Nah, it looked like the same to me. You know, the same person. And so you're trying to pass her off now. You know what I'm saying? Because she clearly looks older to me in this picture.
You think she look older on this one?
Yeah, on that one. But the lips
look. It could be possibly though, because without the hat, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. And see what it is. Who says that's Kamala in her lap?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could be another baby in her lap. That's the whole problem with that.
All right, we're gonna get back to it.
What do you guys think when you look at those photos?
Yeah.
How the hell does a person who is the vice president of the United States pass off a book, claim that these people that are in her book are her Black relatives, and nobody bats an eyelash or does even a peripheral search to recognize that the woman that she put forth is implausibly her grandmother? And by the way, I'm going to say this and people can be offended, but the first thing that I thought when I saw the photo of her sitting on her great grandmother's lap was that this doesn't look like a grandparent affection going on here. Like, this woman looks like she could be working for the family. Quite literally, I thought to myself, this woman looks like she could be the help. And I thought that because there's a lack of affection there. Do you know what I mean? But there's no, like, in both of the photos, there's a lack of affection. It's just like a woman standing next to her. And I obviously know that that was a circumstance when you're talking about.
Oh, man, why she called it lady the help? She said they look like the help.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. Nowadays,
people in pictures. Yeah, you right.
Yeah, you can put people in pictures and stuff, man. Come on, man. That was really Photoshop. And who's to say that was Kamala on the left side in the lady's lap?
Yeah.
And that little, because that clearly looks like the same person to me. I'm saying it looks like the same person. The way I looked at the nose, the cheeks, all of that stuff, the lips, everything. And it looks like the same person to me. And who's to say that well, I don't see no sign. I don't see no resemblance of that baby on the lap looking like Kamala.
I'm just saying. Know when they're young.
Yeah, but come on, man. Matter of fact, that looked like a little boy. I gotta tell you the truth, bro. That looked like a little boy to me. Come on, man. And clearly Kamala done lied. Grandmama was dead 4 years before she was ever born. Now, how you with your grandmama? Come on, man. Stop playing, man. This
nice old chocolate woman, too.
Yeah.
She got one a good old Dawson.
She
black.
The hip.
She said, yeah,
hey, we're going to finish this up, man.
I think this is the help.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. It don't look like no affection to that child. If you look at that picture, we're going to show it to you again. If you look at that picture with the lady holding the baby, she's looking at the camera, holding the baby, but she's not adoring that baby like you would your grandchild. I guarantee you that. If your grandchild was on your lap, you would still be sitting them out on your end of your knee like that. No, you would not to be taking no picture. I know that. Candace Owens is right.
like she's more advanced on the left-hand side, the great-grandmother, that's the same person. When I just believe my own eyes, we're looking at the same person. What do you guys think when you look at those photos?
Yeah.
How the hell does a person who is the vice president of the United States pass off a book, claim that these people that are in her book are her Black relatives, and nobody bats an eyelash or does even a peripheral search to recognize that the woman that she put forth is implausibly her grandmother? And by the way, I'm going to say this and people can be offended, but the first thing that I thought when I saw the photo of her sitting on her great grandmother's lap was that this doesn't look like a grandparent affection going on here. Like, this woman looks like she could be working for the family. Quite literally, I thought to myself, this woman looks like she could be the help. And I thought,
now, to me, that don't even look like Candace sitting on the lap.
Kamala.
Kamala sitting on the lap of the lady.
I think it looks like it.
I don't think it looks like it. And my thing is this: if it do, it looks that look like Kamala. That look like a little boy to me.
I mean, yeah. She ain't got no hair on the picture,
but okay.
I would say that's
if that's your grandchild, you just holding a child like that, no affectionate hold or anything. I can get what Candace saying on that. That's the way you hold your grandbaby. That's the way you be holding your grandbaby.
I mean, especially to be honest, if she hiding her father and her father is a white man, that could be the help, like you say.
It could be the help. Absolutely. We just paused that for you. We get ready to get back on with it.
that because there's a lack of affection there. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no, like, in both of the photos, there's a lack of affection. It's just like a woman standing next to her. And I obviously know that that was a circumstance. When you're talking about a family that had a ton of plantations, which is the reality. She descends from Irish slavers. That is a fact that Kamala Harris cannot deny. She descends from wealthy Irish slavers who virtually did own the town. They named the town. It was Hamilton Town, then it was Brownstown in Jamaica. He had over 1,000 slaves, okay? It would follow that there would be help around the house. And I'm just going to put here as a question mark, not as a fact. If they're looking at some of these photos of people who became like family and they're trying to pass them off like relatives, again, not a fact, a huge question mark, but my instinct tells me that that person is actually not her family member. And if it is, well, Kamala's got some explaining to do.
Yep.
How did she meet Grandma Beryl almost 20 years after Grandma Beryl died? Because Kamala Harris looks to be about 20 in that photo that she presented. Then there's another bit of a mystery, as I said. If Beryl married after her or before her wedding when she was 25 years old to the missing Newland, if anybody can find Newland, please let me know. But if Beryl married at some point Oscar Wilde Joseph Brown, where is their marriage certificate? Where is their divorce certificate? Again, I'm only prodding the narrative here. Because I'm going to need proof that she's Black. The media has now made this a thing, and now you made it so much of a thing that you're attacking people like Janet Jackson when she asks a very reasonable question that you should be able to.
I'm riding with Candace on this one. I'm gonna need some proof that the lady Black, because ain't nobody showed me no proof yet. I'm gonna need some proof that the lady is Black. Since you want to jump on Janet Jackson, I need some proof. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Yeah, sorry, Miss Jackson. Yeah, I'm gonna need some proof since you're gonna go jumping on Janet Jackson. Hey, Whoopi Goldberg, you better be bringing out some freaking proof. Yeah. Joy Reid, I need to see your proof. D.L. Hughley, yeah, Steve Harvey, all y'all clowns. I'm gonna need some proof that this woman is actually Black.
So those people might have never existed.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're right.
I'm gonna need
a couple of them missing.
You don't even have a genealogy on the person. What happened? See, when they wipe people out and change things around, that's what you get. Yeah, I'm gonna need some proof. Hey, Al, look, I'm gonna need some proof. I'm gonna include you in them people. I'm gonna need some proof that this woman is Black. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna need some proof because what I'm seeing ain't adding up. That the math ain't mathing, as they say. Oh, we'll finish this up because we got to get out of here in a minute.
You already know me and Art. We're gonna continue to bring you more episodes just like this. Between what I say, what Art say, what you say, the comments is in there somewhere. The truth is in there.
Absolutely. We're gonna come on every week and we're gonna give you the show. We're gonna give you something new. We're gonna give you something you didn't know. And between all of us, the truth is in there somewhere. And somebody out there got the truth. Is or is not this lady black?
I mean, my thing is, whether she is or she not, does that make her the most qualified to be?
Let's just cut with the small talk. The lady ain't qualified for nothing. She wasn't qualified to be the vice president. She hid for 3 3/4 years. Didn't nobody even know where she was. Come on, them facts right there. They didn't know the lady existed.
It's 3 3/4.
Yeah. All of a sudden they throw Joe Biden out and elect her, and ain't nobody, not one person cast a vote for her. Come on, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's crazy. That's beyond crazy. But we thank everybody for joining in tonight, man. We're going to bring you shows every week just like this. We're going to bring it to you raw. We're going to bring it to you real. We're going to keep it 100. We're going to do our research. We're going to figure this stuff out. And we're going to make sure we find out whether this woman black or not. That's for sure. I can tell you that now, right now. Ain't no use in lying to nobody.
Nah.
Yeah, ain't no use in lying, man. Keep it 100. That's what me and Bro, we emphasize keeping it 100 on this show, man.
I mean, we got people that come on here every week and do everything but keep it 100.
Absolutely.
That's it, man. I mean, just last night, the night before last, they gave another prom queen to a man. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the type of stuff we going for. We ain't rocking like that.
No, absolutely not. All right, it's one thing for certain.
It's two things for sure.
We're going to tell the truth.
Because it's time.
Time to tell the truth. Peace out.
Peace out.
Hey, we thank y'all for joining in.
So I love